Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in today's episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session that was created for a client that would quite often get triggered by noises. So things like squabbles and arguments, or things that seemed like it could involve conflict, would quite often create an anxiety response. And this client was worried that coming into summer, people spend more time outside of their homes. Sometimes people are drinking more alcohol, that kind of stuff. So it could lead to more of the kind of triggers that would be unsettling. So what you're going to hear in this hypnosis session is a few different things. One is identifying a resource state in a role model, someone that has no problem dealing with these kind of triggers, and then accessing that as a resource state. But then also what you're going to hear is direct suggestions to the part of the unconscious mind that is responsible for this anxiety. And that normally is a protective part. At some level, in order to feel anxiety, there has to be an evaluation that these noises represent the possibility of some threat or escalation, which actually in most cases would not be the case. So treating them more like background noise, or treating them something that is just irrelevant, is a helpful way of changing the level of anxiety. Most people think that anxiety is proportionate to danger, and that is not true. It's proportionate to the evaluation of threat or danger. So, one of my heroes from childhood was the Australian nature documentary guy called Steve Irwin. And you would see him around very dangerous animals like alligators, crocodiles, snakes, and spiders. And yet he was clearly, and it was visible, he was clearly unfazed by these animals, because his evaluation was different from perhaps the, let's say, the average person that didn't have the knowledge about these animals. So anxiety is proportionate to evaluation. So what you're going to hear in this hypnosis session is lots of direct hypnotic suggestions aimed at reevaluating what these noises mean, and evaluating that this client has the resources to be able to cope with these kind of dynamics and situations. If you're listening to this and you feel like you can relate to anxiety or triggers that create unwanted emotions in you, there will be a link in the show notes that you can schedule a free consultation call to explore working with me directly. But what you might find is that actually it's quite helpful, even though it was created for someone with noise-related anxiety triggers. Even if you don't have noise-related anxiety triggers, just the knowledge that this hypnosis session is designed to help alleviate anxiety, you might find is actually quite helpful and quite useful. So find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation, and as you exhale, just get a sense that feelings of stress, worry, or tension are just leaving your body in your outward breath, so that as you breathe in and breathe out, you're able to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. And notice that with your eyes closed, you're able to give more of your attention and focus, not just to the words and the sounds, but the meanings, and more importantly, the beliefs behind the meanings. And as changes take place, a ripple flows throughout your life, affecting your past and your future. As you open your mind to the possibility of wonderful changes, to give you less of what you don't want and more of those things you do. As you breathe in and breathe out, notice that tension is just melting away. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine a magnificent staircase. Perhaps the kind of staircases you might see in the entrance to a mansion. And I want you to imagine that you're standing at the top of that staircase, maybe made of marble or granite, seeing a wonderful reception. And as I count down from 10 to 1, you will imagine taking slow, safe, gradual steps down the staircase. And with each staircase and each step, you will feel 10% deeper and deeper relaxed. Breathing in and breathing out and taking that first step, 10, and feeling an immediate release of tension and stress. 9, another step down the staircase, and this time really noticing tension being released around your facial muscles. 8, you can now feel any tension being released around the jaw, the mouth. And that's it. 8, then 7. Really feel tension melting away on your neck and your shoulders. That's it. 7 goes to 6. Releasing any tension all the way down your arms to the very tips of your fingers. As you breathe in, that's it. 6 goes to 5, and you can imagine that your internal organs are also relaxing. Your heart relaxes, lungs relax, stomach, diaphragm, all relax from the inside out, enabling you to take deeper and deeper breaths. That's it. 5 goes to 4, and you can feel the gut, the bank account of anxiety, just releasing any tension. If it feels like there's any motion, just imagine it moving the other way and have a wonderful feeling of calm and tranquility. Having a wonderful feeling that you are releasing anxiety, releasing tension, releasing stress. 5 goes to 4, and you can feel that relaxation going into your legs as you continue to walk down the staircase. 3 goes to 2, and you can even feel your toes releasing anxiety and tension as you approach the bottom of the staircase. 2 goes to 1, and feel like you're now planting your feet at the base of the staircase, having a wonderful feeling of deep relaxation as you've let go of that tension. And I want you to imagine that somewhere nearby is someone that you consider to be resourceful when it comes to anxiety. Nothing phases them. They could hear noises and not get stressed. They could deal with the situation in a calm, composed, confident way. And I want you to imagine that you notice how they breathe and breathe the same way. Notice their facial expressions and mimic those expressions like you're playing the game that a child does with another child. Shift your body posture. The weight, maybe from one leg to another leg. Just mimic this person that has those qualities of confidence and calmness, being unflappable and unfazed. And when you feel like you're nearly there, step into that person and feel how they feel, so that their resources and their beliefs and their way of thinking about things becomes your way of thinking about things. And then take these feelings and imagine bringing them just in your imagination within your own environment, maybe your own home, and maybe places that in the past have been a cause of stress or anxiety. And I want you to imagine that wherever you are now, there is at least one place that is comfortable to take a seat, maybe a chair or a sofa, something comfortable. And imagine taking a seat and feeling even deeper relaxed. You're now feeling calm and resourceful, but as you look in the mirror, it's not the face of that other person you're seeing, it's your own face. You're just feeling this resourceful feeling that you can handle whatever life throws your way. You're feeling capable, calm, composed, strong. So take that seat, feel calm and comfortable, and open your mind to powerful hypnotic suggestions that will allow your mind to change beliefs, thoughts, ideas, meaning that the future version of you is better equipped to cope with things that in the past maybe have been cause for anxiety or stress, but no longer. As your mind is looking for new ways of thinking to make the future version of yourself more resourceful than the past. As you make yourself comfortable, open your mind to these hypnotic suggestions, noticing which ones resonate, and imagining a seed being planted in your mind for those that resonate. And for those that don't, just allow the seed to wash away in the rain, not taking any roots and not starting to grow. You pick and choose the thoughts and ideas that are most beneficial for you. Noises from outside your house will become soothing background sounds, allowing you to remain calm and centered in your own space. In most homes, there is at least one ticking clock, and yet you don't even realize it ticks because it's just background noise. Any noises outside your home no longer concern you. They're just like that ticking clock, noticeable perhaps to other people, but almost silent and unnoticeable to you. Because you effortlessly filter out and detach from noises that are unrelated to you or your family, meaning that you can maintain a sense of inner peace and tranquility. The sound of people talking, music, cars, or perhaps gatherings no longer trigger feelings of worry or anxiety within you. It kind of feels like it's happened to someone else. You know that older version of you would have been affected, but it no longer affects you now. your mind remains clear and focused, unaffected by external disturbances, allowing you to maintain a sense of inner calm. And if there are any anger or altercations that occur around you that are unrelated to you or your family, you easily release any attachment or concern, just letting it pass without causing distress. Because every now and then you might see something in the news about something happening in a distant part of the world, and you don't become bothered about that. You can have sympathy or concern, but it doesn't emotionally affect you. So anything outside of the walls in your home can be thought of like something happening in a different country thousands of miles away, because you choose to remain emotionally unaffected by external conflicts, understanding that they hold no power over your inner state of well-being. Your energy remains protected and shielded from any negative or disruptive influences, allowing you to maintain a sense of peace and tranquility. And whenever summer arrives, or just a sunny day, you feel a deep sense of excitement and joy, eagerly embracing the warmth and beauty it brings. You effortlessly let go of any anxieties or worries associated with the onset of summer, allowing yourself to fully enjoy and appreciate the season. Each summer day becomes an opportunity for you to create cherished memories and experience moments of pure joy and relaxation. Your mind and body align with the vibrant energy of summer, embracing the positive and uplifting vibes that surround you. Notice how good it feels to radiate confidence and ease, knowing that you are capable of navigating any social situations with grace and comfort. Notice how good it feels that you accept that the presence of others no longer triggers anxiety or weariness within you, because you have trust in your own ability to remain centered and at ease. All worries and concerns about the opinions and judgments of others are being released. You can be you authentically without fear. And your interactions with others are characterized by a sense of calm and confidence, fostering harmonious connections and positive experiences. You approach social gatherings with a light-hearted and open mindset, embracing the opportunity to connect and enjoy the company of others. Because the actions and behaviors of others no longer cause alarm or distress. Because you're able to maintain an inner state of emotional stability and resilience. Your focus remains on your own well-being and happiness, allowing you to let go of worries about the actions and behaviors of others. Notice where in your body is your intuition. For many, it's the heart or the the solar plexus, the chest, sometimes the gut. But notice that as you trust in your own judgment and intuition, that feeling expands and grows, knowing that you have the ability to deal with whatever life throws your way. It almost feels like you're building a protective bubble around you. Anything that doesn't concern you is almost background noise. Within your bubble, your inner peace and tranquility are unshakable, allowing you to remain unaffected by any anxieties and worries of other people. It's no longer contagious to you. I want you to imagine getting up out of that chair in that place where you imagine to be, and imagine there is an argument outside, people shouting. Just imagine you can turn down the volume, and it's just as significant to you as if a radio or TV was playing in the background. The sound is there, but it has no impact on you whatsoever. And then imagine you're in a summer social gathering, maybe a barbecue or a picnic. Lots of people, some you know, some you don't. And feel that sense of confidence and calmness as you effortlessly interact with other people. Even if some people seem stressed or anxious, you are unshakable, unflappable, calm and confident. And then feel like you're returning to the present where you're listening to this right now. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, get a sense that you're fully integrating into the present moment. As I very soon count from 1 to 10 to awaken you, you will awaken feeling calm, confident, resourceful, ready to enjoy life, and knowing that things that don't concern you don't need to bother you anymore. Starting to count to awaken you. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.